After differing results in the FA Cup at the weekend, Hampton and Richmond Borough and Cray Wanderers return to league action here this evening at the Bevry. Hampton have the worst home record in the league, and Cray Wanderers haven't done much better away from home, losing all 3 encounters on their travels. With both sides in the relegation zone, it's an early season 6-pointer, and something has to give.
footballexclusives.co.uk. Follow us on Twitter.
So 2 sides out here at the Bevry. Hampton in all red line up with number 1 Rodney Chuisi in goal, 2 Ryan Case, 3 George Wells, 14 Tom Hickey, 5 Marcus Rose, 6 and captain Stuart Lake. Joe Turner's number 7, Tommy Brewer number 8, John Rocastle gets a start at number 9, number 10 Joe Legister, and number 11 is Alex Parsons. For the visitors, Cray Wanderers, they'll line up with number 1 Andy Walker in goal, 2 Rhys Coleman, 3 Chris Sessignon, 4 Alex Stavrinu, number 5 and captain Aaron Day, 6 Gary Cook, number 7 Ike Robertson Fahey, number 8 is Chris Saunders, 9 Marcus Eke, number 10 is Tommy Whitnell, and number 11 is James Frey. So these 2 sides struggling at the bottom of the Ryman Premier League. Brewer, there's a high foot there from Fahey. The ball's whipped in, comes back out to Hickey with a shot. Tommy Brewer bursting forward, look for a 1-2 with Rocastle, and then it was a feisty challenge between Case and Cook, but Legister's going to loop the header in now, and it's just over the bar there from Joe Legister. Chuisi kicks along Fahey, and Legister jump for Legister, gets the flick on, and eventually they'll break with Tommy Brewer. Coleman hits it off Brewer, but there's still a chance for Hampton Richmond to attack. Parsons through to Brewer, he's continued his run. Best chance of the game so far. Made and nearly finished by Tommy Brewer. He started it with some real steely determination, driving forward. We just couldn't quite have the finish there. Eke at the other end puts it in towards Whitnell, who turns and shoots. And finally the game's come to life. Tommy Brewer at one end, we just lacked the conviction with his shot. Walker made the save, Cray Wanderers broke straight down the other, and Whitnell with a turn and shot. First effort on target for both sides, and hopefully it's a sign of things to come. Parsons in towards Turner, comes back to Rocastle, who just lets the ball slip away from him, but Hampton still with a good opportunity here. Brewer skips past one, tries to prod it forward for Parsons once more. Clears, Hickey keeps the momentum going as Wells puts it towards Legister, who get a touch, and Legister, he just couldn't quite divert the ball goalwards. Now back, Stavrino's played a long diagonal ball, but only onto the chest of Georgie Wells. Wells inside to Hickey, who can bring it over halfway. He's got Rocastle and Legister. He finds Legister. Legister should finish, and doesn't. Golden gilt-edged chance there from Joe Legister. What was kicked long? Hickey will jump. Eke. Sessignon looks for Eke, gets it back though. He's got room on the edge of the box to have a strike. Deflected safely into the arms of Chuisi. But you feel the centre pairing of Brewer and of Hickey could be the ones to open the door for the home side. Leading by example, driving forward. Brewer with some lovely skill, and again inside the box, curls it to the near post. Rocastle just couldn't quite get there. Andy Walker does well to gather it. On kick from Walker once more. Still 0-0 here at the Bevry. Legister, his touch was a poor one, but he was fortunate, and Turner does brilliantly well to keep it in on this near side. Little step over, and Turner now breaking inside the box. He's got men at the back post. Can he find one of them? It's a good defensive header in the end to clear the ball away. Hickey through to Rocastle. Rocastle's going to turn and shoot just wide of Walker's post. Brewer with the ball into Hickey. Hickey should move it out to the right hand side and does, because Case is motoring forward. He takes a touch. Got 2 men around him now. He's done very well there. Has Ryan Case inside the box now. Back towards Turner, and he's going to be prodded forward there by Rocastle. Turner's shot was going goalwards. Rocastle got in the way and then just couldn't quite turn the ball in. And the referee has given a free kick. James Simmons is stripped in front of us, as is Charlie Moon. Both offensive players. Parsons latches onto the pass from Case, but he's forced out wide. Manages to get it back to Wells, puts it in towards the Legister. The ball does come off the forward's head. Cleared only as far as Brewer to strike. Straight into the arms of Andy Walker. And some real quality to bring off the bench, that though, and Simmons and Charlie Moon. Simmons straight into the action there. And feed it forward to fellow substitute Moon. Moon does manage to win it. He loses out to Sessignon, who'll come back towards goal, and he manages to turn in between 2 defenders. Eventually the ball's played up to Fahey. And now Eke inside the box. Rose goes down, play on, says the referee. Cries of handball. And all the players stop there thinking it was a foul. It's a break now with 3-on-3. Brewer slotted through towards Rocastle. 1-on-1. He has to score. He's dragged it wide. Savio does curl it in. Straight onto the head of Stuart Lake. Gets it clear. Now Wybrow to knock it back in. Just a bit of confusion. And it's looped forward there by Cook. And in. There's an offside call over on the far side from the official. Simmons to Brewer. Brewer to Case, who's found space once more. Got plenty of men in front of them. One of them is Turner. Turner who's managed to hold his line. Case continues his run. Turner still with the ball. Moves it into Hickey. Wells has got space on the left hand side to run into, and that's where the ball goes. Georgie Wells takes a touch and drills it in, and it's gone in for Georgie Wells. I said he hadn't got forward as much as he'd like to in the game, but the time that he did, he found some space, took a touch, had a shot. I think it took a deflection on the way through, but he won't care. Hampton and Richmond have deserved the lead, and they're 1-0 up against Cray Wanderers. Whitnell, long ball forward. Rose, who for me has been man of the match at the back. And Turner does brilliantly well there to shrug off the challenge of Frey. Turner brings it towards the edge of the box. He's going to have a strike. Good effort, good save there from Andy Walker. Excellent play from Joe Turner breaking forward. Still not cleared yet there. Simmons back to Wells. Rocastle takes a touch. Coleman. Case does well again, plays a bit of head tennis with himself. Staviro with a loose pass, and Turner can bring it forward. Turner's got space to run into. He's also got men inside the box. Still with Turner, cuts it back to Rocastle. Rocastle takes a touch and shoots. Just over the bar on this occasion. Hasn't quite had his eye in this evening, Jordan Rocastle. Failed to trouble the goalkeeper with the chances he has had. That one just rose over the top of the crossbar. Brewer really is lost out. The ball's gone through to slip by Lake. It's Whitnell 1-on-1, and Whitnell, oh my goodness me, he's put it wide. Goodness me, Whitnell 1-on-1. It was a mistake by Lake. The ball was put through. Whitnell should have equalised. It's been a game of poor finishing. If we're going to be honest, there's been 3 good 1-on-1s. Legister, Rocastle also guilty of missing gilt-edged chances. The latest one fell to Whitnell for Cray, and he too hit the ball off target. Rocastle, it's onside. Turner calling for it at the back post. Rocastle gives it to Simmons. Simmons does dink it in. Turner's there. 2-0. Game over. James Simmons, the second half substitute, with a lovely flight ball to the back post. Turner was there. He's been lively all day. Deserved his goal. Nods it into the corner. His first of the season. Hampton and Richmond 2-0 up, and no way back for Cray now. Brewer touch to Case. Case flights it forward. It's well watched by Cook and cleared, flicked on by Whitnell. And here's Wells going again. Wells gives it to Moon. Moon inside. Moon twisting and turning, fires it into the bottom left-hand corner of Andy Walker's goal. The substitute gets his third of the season, and it's well and truly game over now. There's a player down in the centre of the pitch. It looks like it's Rose, so there's space at the back here for Fee to try and exploit. Hampton do enough. Cleared long by Simmons. Great touch there from Charlie Moon to start another attack off for his side. Turner being urged on from the defence, but he puts the ball forward for Simmons. Simmons takes it down and tries the lob! Oh, that is exquisite. That is the icing on the cake from James Simmons. Great ball forward from Turner. Simmons controlled it on his right, saw the keeper off his line, flicked it over. 4-0 victory. And what a way to wrap up all 3 points. It's funny that it was exactly the same scenario on Saturday when Rocastle came on and made all the difference. And he's one of the substitutes now. Simmons breaking forward once more. Scored the pick of the goals. Moon twisting and turning, looking for another one. Forces Walker into a good save. Tommy Brewer does well. Brewer looking for Charlie Moon. It was an important touch there from Aaron D. Long throw though from Turner. Moon's 1-on-1 goal. Can he make it 5? Not this time. The battle at the bottom, Hampton and Richmond Borough came out on top, thumping Cray Wanderers by 4-0. It was a poor first half here at the Beverley. No chances to report, but the second half was much more lively, and finally Hampton broke the deadlock through Georgie Wells. His shot deflected in. Hampton 1-0 up. And then the pivotal moment of the game, Tommy Whitnell 1-on-1 with Rodney Chiwishi, and he put the ball wide of the goalkeeper's left-hand post, and at the other end Hampton went straight up, and it was Joe Turner who nodded in the second. A couple of substitutes for the home side. Charlie Moon and James Simmons came on. Moon scored the third, and Simmons wrapped it up beautifully with a lob over Walker in the Cray goal. Hampton move on to 8 points. Cray rooted to the bottom of the table.